Filipas matetos taur. In vrappa dolvio viog nin rondirederat. Dolvrio pregelat. En vintervelva dornot. En laneso valiniot. En gyron geerot. Avar. Valar. Renjar. Tole grego vobotis. Brevi in noma pregelat.
Valkyries were distinguished and revered fighters among the warlike Northern Vale folks. The bravest and strongest female warriors in each tribe would be chosen to join their rank and take up the responsibility of guiding the spirits of fallen heroes into Valhalla and keeping the peace in Northern Vale. But such a glory came at a price, and the Valkyries had to make such huge sacrifices for their privilege. They shall never marry or bear children. They shall dedicate their entire life to the Northern Vale. As far as Freya could remember, her elder sister Skuld was their tribe's best hope. The high priest of the Martyr Shrine foresaw the future in the prophecy. A female warrior, daughter of the Northern Vale, will one day lead this land to a new path. Freya was naughty, vigorous, and curious. She admired her sister Skuld, believing that she could live happily ever after so long as her brilliant and lovingly sweet sister was with her. But her sister Skuld disagreed. She would always encourage Freya, saying that Freya would one day become the person who could lead their tribe and even all the Northern Vale folks. When Freya was 12, Skuld passed the high priest trial, becoming an exalted Valkyrie of the Martyr Shrine, and left her homeland. 2 years later, Freya sneaked out of the tribe by herself and headed to Martyr Shrine, the place where all the Northern Vale folks were forbidden to visit. Her destiny was changed entirely that day. Propelled by this mysterious force, Freya was unknowingly drawn to it and reached out to touch the light orb floating above the altar. Suddenly, an immense amount of energy raged inside the orb, then broke free from the sill of the altar, rising straight toward the sky. What Freya didn't know was that this orb, Heart of Aurora, was actually an ancient relic kept and worshipped by the Northern Vale for the past hundreds of years. But it also had another secret identity. It was the legendary Apocalypse Shard. After Freya accidentally touched it, the immense energy once contained within the Heart of Aurora got out of control and started to grow ever stronger. Just as Freya was shocked and frozen by this terrible scene, a familiar and gentle figure appeared and hugged her from behind. Skuld emerged from the Valkyries and gave her own sword and shield to Freya. Skuld smiled to her, then dived into the energy field. The lights became blinding, then everything stopped, and peace was restored in the Hall of Valhalla. But out of this accident, Skuld and the Heart of Aurora gone rogue both went missing, never to be found again. Freya was in deep sorrow. She blamed herself for this tragedy. Devastated by the sense of guilt, Freya took up her sister's sword and shield, along with her faith on her, and walked into the endless dark. As Captain Bane and his black shark pirates rose, the world of Northern Vale shifted. The merciless Captain Bane and his mortal enemy Franco fought each other fiercely along the coast shore. The news came, the endless conflict between Bane and Franco, the Heart of Aurora that sank into the bottom of the ocean, the lurking darkness. She remembered the tragedy that happened years ago and deeply missed her sister. Everything was calling Freya, leading her toward the coast shore. There, she would find all the answers she sought, and she would protect her homeland at all costs as a Valkyrie of the Northern Vale. A carefree girl who was destined for greatness even if she didn't want it, Freya charged into the battlefield with her charge and burst tactics, ready to deal with any foe in her path. Losing her sister, or naivety on the world, but gaining a new respect, and taking on the title of Valkyrie, Freya will do whatever it takes to make her homeland a better place, thwarting any evildoers who pose any threat, until one day become a true legend amongst legends, and to make your sister proud. Mobile Legends. Bang, bang.